Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Council of Reads here at the comic shop in Liverpool. I'm Dylan, here with Jason.
G'day.
Nitin.
What's up?
Fommy.
Hey.
And no Dave this week.
Daveless.
Boo.
Yeah, he's got work.
Might as well just stop listening right now.
Yeah, I know. You're not going to get to hear about the one comic he may have read, and then he's going to get wrong anyway. And then we tell him what he actually read.
Okay.
He'll hopefully be back next week.
Hopefully. Okay, our featured comics this week. Doctor Strange, number 1.
We're out of the regular covers because it's too good, but yes.
Way too. The Neighbours, not the TV show.
Everybody... Oh, damn it.
That's pretty good.
Okay, and we've got a couple things to talk about. Not much. A trailer for the new Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Once and Always anniversary special. It's coming out on Netflix. I went to see Shazam. Jason saw Shazam last week, so we'll talk about that. Mandalorian, Season 3, Episode 4.
There was another episode.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Is this the one with the birds? Or was
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
Okay.
They can't write for shit.
Alrighty, and Fommy, your film Flashback.
Yes.
Running out the time travel round.
Yes. With the original Planet of the Apes.
Count as time travel though.
Well, I
Yes.
think in the future.
Well, and you technically see them time travel at the beginning.
Shut up, man. I hadn't seen it, and I was really happy, and everyone else liked it. Why do you have to bring everyone down, man?
I didn't say I didn't like the movie. I love the movie.
Well, stop bringing
And
technicalities in, man.
Also, no, technically speaking, every movie is a time travel movie because everyone's traveling
nerd, shut up.
forward in time. Always. Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
And unbeknownst to me, chosen
travel.
definitely because it was the 27th anniversary of the...
Dr.
And if you're on Twitter, check out Josh Weinstein. He's very interesting, talking about how they wrote that in an afternoon. And that whole storyline comes down to never say no to someone's pitch idea in the story room. Yeah, that's how it all came about. So damn good. Love that episode.
That clip cut out the end of it, but you should watch the end of it too. Have you seen that episode?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I'll get
Because
that.
how could you not?
Yes, I've
Yeah.
seen that one.
We're talking about the movie, not the planet.
Okay. Let's get into the comics.
Oh, yeah. Better stop playing with my fidget toy then.
Yes.
Doctor Strange. Stephen Strange is back, so Jed McKay this time with Pascal Ferry on art. Better than average Pascal Ferry.
It still looks gross.
This art's much, much better.
Yeah,
And
much,
it's
much cooler.
much,
Yeah.
much better.
It was an interesting issue.
I love this book.
It's... I wouldn't say a nothing issue, because the
Oh,
end
it's
has
set-
a lot of setup.
A lot of setup. And also a lot of setup during the book with little
Yeah.
things he was helping out with, I think.
But it was just a week in the life.
Yeah.
He's back.
he's back.
Yeah, he's
Of
back, so he's doing
Oh,
all
yeah.
his
Doctor on call.
Yes.
take
Yes.
care of magic shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really like the backup more.
Oh, the backup was so good.
So much more than the
Wong.
front story.
Spoilers, Agent of Wand.
Yeah. Freaky
And-
Dr. Z.
I
Agent
may
Dr.
have a
Dr.
new
Z.
favourite character. It's phenomenal. That is Jed McKay, man.
Yeah.
Jed McKay. I love that he's doing the backup too. It's
Yeah,
it's keeping it all in house.
Because early in the issue, I'm like, where's Wong? And then, I'd seen the backup, but I'd sort of forgot when I'm reading. Well, where's Wong? And then you go, oh, yeah, that's right. I did see that.
Yes, yes. Bats is back properly.
Yeah.
It's so good to see.
Well, Bats is Wong now, right? He's
Essentially.
gonna be he's
Yeah.
going to be Wong.
So yeah, it is. I don't want to say a nothing issue.
No, because it's heaps of setup, but
It just sets everything up beautifully.
Yeah.
It's probably the best way. There's no real spoilers needed. There's not real.
it's not an action-packed issue. I'll
No.
say that.
The art.
It's gross and I hate it. It took away a lot from the book for me.
It really did, because I really enjoyed. There was real poignant moments in this. I really was enjoying the story that Jed was telling me, but I didn't get completely taken out of it. But it kind of,
I think the colours saved it.
yeah. I just think
You know what I mean?
what saved it was it's not the worst Pascal Ferry art I've seen.
Yeah.
To say that though,
I mean,
It's-
look, I'll give you that. I've seen a lot
wait,
worse
100%.
Pascal Ferry,
But
I'm
that
still
doesn't
not a-
mean it's good.
No, I'm still not a fan.
That's it. Oh, well, let me rephrase that. People might find it good. I just don't find it good. I liked what it was setting up with Spidey, talking a little bit more around everything that happened there. That was we'll talk about that later
Yeah.
too. That was interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Nick and I were talking about this earlier before the pod, and I kind of agree with what you were saying. Where I really did enjoy, like, for everything we bitched about it before it started.
Cleo was great.
That Cleo book, I would have been happy for another 12 to 14
Yes.
issues without a problem.
Yes,
Then
yes,
bring
yes.
Strange back, not a problem.
Yes.
But I really could have done with some more of that world and how she handles things differently
Yeah.
to Strange.
Well, I think that'll still be interesting now, though.
Well,
Like,
their dynamic, definitely.
Well, you saw that
Definitely.
in the end of this with
Yeah,
like
of course.
Warlord. Like,
Oh, that was her.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Oh, no, make it look like her, but yeah. So, I'm really keen.
Oh yeah.
And look, you're going to start off with probably a few old characters and stuff. I think second issue's Nightmare and stuff like that. But I've got no problems with that because the two of them together bringing that dynamic is going to be a completely new...
Yes. And I do think this was written heavily in mind with the people that had heard how good the Clear book had been, but didn't try it.
Yeah.
You know, I knew number one, okay, cool. Alright, here's a bit of a thing. Like, they cover their bases pretty good on everything that happened in the last series.
Yeah.
You know?
That Doom bit was excellent.
Yeah, so
That
good.
Doom was excellent. Yeah. And there's them chilling on the bed eating.
Yeah.
No, that was just...
Yeah, it was good.
There's...
Yeah, I would like a different artist, but it's not a deal breaker for me at all.
No, definitely. I'm still buying the book, but it just... I just
Yeah.
know what it could be.
I love the bit with like
But that's the
Luke
same as
Cage,
Venom,
like,
so-
why are these trolls and shit coming after me?
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't do that. Go and sort that shit
Of
out.
course she's your wife.
The Warlord, yeah,
Yeah,
of course
yeah.
it is.
Call me like
Warlord of
usurper
Manhattan.
and shit like that. That's
yeah.
great.
No, fun book. Alright, next up from Boom, The Neighbours. This is like a creepy horror deal. So, a new family moving into town. They've obviously moved away from their town into some like country hick town, I think it is. And like, as soon as they're moving in, the lady next door is like some old lady that's doing like rituals on the front lawn.
It was like an old Greek
Yeah.
woman in mourning.
And then, spoilers, later that night, creepy dude comes and kidnaps the daughter, teenage daughter, and replaces her with like a doppelganger.
Nice.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Nice.
It's very interesting.
Ongoing?
Miniseries. I think.
Miniseries?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
very cool.
Boom, you know, they like their, obviously, the something's killing, and their, yeah, they've got that, they like their
There's a vein
creepy
there.
vibe, yeah.
Definitely going down.
But it was not bad at all. I didn't mind it. There was a few number ones that were sold out this week, so Neighbours got the prick.
Nice.
Alright, next up, we just briefly spoke about it, but Amazing Spider-Man 22, continuation of the arc where we find out what the hell happened to Spidey and MJ. And damn!
Yeah, you really find some stuff out here. So this is essentially 1 year ago,
Yeah.
and telling the tale of an alternate apocalyptic Manhattan.
Yeah.
Where everything has gone to shit with the Rumen.
Yeah.
And old mate that we know as Mary Jane's husband with two kids is a scientist there.
Oh.
And so Pete and MJ are drawn into this area through their totems. Pete likes to call them totems.
Yes.
And then it works out that only one can get sent back, and the whole cycle is going to work that this thing kills Spider-Man. So instead of MJ getting sent back, because Pete wanted to send MJ back, Spidey gets sent back. So MJ's with old mate for 12 months. And,
Longer.
oh, sorry, heaps longer, because they have the two
the
kids,
kids are
and
really
they're
hers for
five,
sure now.
they're
Yeah.
5 or 6 years old.
Yeah. Yeah, like they made a life there.
Yeah, and then at some point they were dragged back, which what would have happened 6 months ago. So Pete came back, and then 6 months later they came back, and that hasn't been shown yet. I'm just piecing that
Yeah.
together. Yeah, man, webs within webs, pun intended.
I love that Incan thing.
The what?
He's excellent.
Oh, yeah.
That
Yeah.
Incan,
Yeah, it's a really
God,
cool
whatever.
design.
Yeah.
The
Looks so cool.
the creature at the start was a bit of a weird design.
Yeah, I didn't
I think that was a
like
little
that.
bit Mandalorian-ish.
Yeah.
no, see, it fits the Incan sort of thing. They did the artwork like that. That is very how
Yeah,
they did their
yes.
artwork and
Okay,
stuff.
I'll take it back.
Yeah, no, that looks like shit. But yeah, nah, straight away you're like, okay. Soon as it was him, what's his name? Dave or something?
Todd. I don't know.
I don't know. Can't even think of his name. But yeah, as soon
It's
as
very
he was there,
forgettable.
you're like, oh crap, they're
Yeah.
legit her kids.
Yeah,
They've just
they're-
been there forever.
It's like felt like 6 months in our time, but it's been 7 years in their time or whatever.
Well, because Pete and MJ, like, at the start of the issue before they meet him, like, it had only been days, and then that all happens since they got stuck there, but Pete was gone for a year. So time just clearly moves very different, sort of bullshit excuse. But the main thing was like, oh, so there's, like, no putting this genie back in the bottle, I don't know. Like, it's going to take a lot of work to undo that and take the kids off her and get them back together.
Maybe,
I think it'll be a long time before that happens.
Maybe the symbiote event will...
Eat them all.
Mm.
No, I don't think so. I reckon they're going to explore him and Black Cat for quite a while,
Yeah.
to be honest. Which I've got no problems
Oh,
with. I
sure.
love
The
that
MJ thing
dynamic.
has
It's
been done.
yeah, it's been done to death, literally.
They needed to give them kids years ago.
Yeah,
That was the step. They didn't want to do that.
Yep.
And I understand why you don't want to make Spider-Man having kids. But that was the only step you could take. That's why when Brand New Day happened, I was well and down for it. Because you needed to break them up.
Yeah, and Black Cat in Strange, she's turning a tide. Like, she's not the Black Cat of old these days. So I'm a big fan of Felicia Hardy. I reckon there's some good shit they can do.
Way more interesting.
Definitely. And especially with Jed right now.
Yeah. All right, Carnage. Farms.
Yeah,
Read
what a
this.
boring ass book this is. God damn. Would you actually do something? So this is fill in. Ram V's not on this one. But this is
Crazy.
Amazing. So this is Neely, the serial killer.
Artiste.
Not Carnage though.
No.
Just an artist. We'll get to that. Him going to visit Cletus.
Because
So-
Cletus is the only one that can save them from
Everything.
Carnage God.
So Cletus essentially is a god in his own house. So where he is in that saint, whatever it is, children for the damned, essentially. But yeah, children's home. He can run it like it is his own plaything, make it hallucinations, make rooms, make everything.
King of the castle.
Essentially, he has his own chair and all.
I thought I had real Freddy Krueger vibes.
Oh yeah.
He's just
Um,
do whatever he wants.
and it's him trying to explain, and then then he gets Neely's some memories. So they're in Neely's memories, showing he's like, this isn't Carnage. This is all calculated, meticulous calculation. This is boring. There's no fun. There's no flair. And he's talking about how he had, what was it, 32?
39?
32.
33 kills or something.
33 kills. To add to my whatever. He's like, oh yeah. He's like, where are we? He's like, this is like Texas, and I was in a Waffle House, and it was taking too long for me pancakes. So 39 people died here. Like, it's just like, this is just one of my little events as we go along. It is so damn good. And it
A
didn't.
screwdriver.
Yeah,
So good.
it didn't interfere with anything that's been going on, but it was a great add-in to the story and just the craziness of what this book has been.
And then on the flip side, you get a couple pages with the cop and the symbiote.
Oh yeah, shit, yeah, go for it.
He's like, the cop is part of the symbiote. Like,
Well, they're fighting
heads
because
sort of inside
he won't completely accept it.
yeah.
So he's
I'm a
fighting
good
it.
man. No, you're not.
We see what you've done. Let's
Yeah.
go and visit where you went and what you did, and then it's on. So it's gonna culminate soon with, if anyone remembers the suit Tony Stark may have had in King in Black. That's all I'll say. Yeah, fun.
Yeah,
Fun. We have if you're in America, for us it's going to be a winter of Carnage, but in America it would be a summer of Carnage, and we'll talk about more of that when it comes to hand.
Yeah. Next up, the final Batman One Bad Day. Tom Taylor, Ivan Reis, Ra's al Ghul, finished with a bang. This was very
Book of the week.
Yeah, I think it could go
Very,
book of the week with
very
something
good.
strange.
Week.
good. Just full Ra's al Ghul being the eco-terroristy sort of side of him, and waking up from the... It starts with telling his origin a bit as a kid, and then him, because he's coming out of Lazarus Pit.
Oh, hang on, sorry. Did you not read this, Dylan?
No.
Dude, dogs. You need to read it.
Those dogs. But then he's planned to kill all the heads of like the worst polluting companies, and because he's already
polluting companies like
gas and oil and petrol.
fake news,
29.
media.
Yeah, but because he's already been into the potential heirs and sort of turned them to his side, so that when they take over, they'll look at renewables and they'll look at divesting out of their things.
So, for instance, he kills the dad, but then he also kills the son because he's been into the daughter's ear.
Oh,
Because the son
right.
was next in line.
yeah, because like Bruce goes to visit the daughter, and like he clearly onto her. It's like, so you ever met Ra's al Ghul? Nah, but I'm real good friends with Talia. And fuck.
And he's been like weakening the companies as well.
Yeah.
And
for
other
years.
for years. It's long,
Decade pursuit. This is the most Ra's al Ghul I've ever read, and it's freaking amazing.
And it just ruled.
And like very flip side of that is the Batman sort of
the detective.
yeah, and
Yeah.
like him being like Ra's basically like, well, look, you're bitching about me killing this dude. These dudes are killing millions of people, killing the planet. But oh, heaven forbid I kill these 27, 29 people. Oh no.
Like no one's gonna miss them.
Yeah,
did love
they
that.
are going to
It's
kill
like-
the whole place.
The next 27.
Yes. And then, you know, obviously at the end, you got Damien sort of stuck in the middle.
Between
Standoff,
grandfather
you
and
could say.
father.
Yeah. It's very good. And Ivan Reis's art.
Fantastic.
Oh, man.
Just gorgeous.
He's always good, but geez,
Yeah.
he really brought it this.
Oh, big fan of Ivan Reis.
could not
That
have
is
finished it
gorgeous.
Yeah.
Like, the Riddler book wouldn't have worked at the end.
Yeah, no.
Nothing else would have clenched it the way this did, not only with the storyline and the impact of how the current environment is at the moment.
Yes.
But just the art that comes along with it. I was blown away by this book. I really enjoyed it. I was actually intrigued what you guys were going to say about it, because it is the first Ra's al Ghul I've read. So I didn't know how much Tom had taken away, or he was just running with
Nah,
a big...
that's
what I love.
basically
That's
his deal.
fucking excellent.
That's why he
Like,
rules.
if there's any other really good Ra's al Ghul books you can recommend,
lived
let me
for
know.
so long. Like, obviously, he didn't start out that way. He
No,
just
of course,
sort
and that's what he
grew
said.
on
Like,
and
I'm
stuff.
7 when I'm doing this, and I'm
100%.
700 now. Like, it is...
But that page
Seen
in
it
the
all
middle,
go.
that double spread, like I live forests that are being cut down,
Yeah.
animals that have been hunted
Yeah.
for fucking sport. I'm like, fucking kill them all. I'm like, yep.
Well, and that's what had me when he's like, I'm watching Extinction. I'm like,
Yeah.
that is poignant, man. That was really good writing.
You know what I'd probably recommend?
Yeah.
The Ra's Batman animated episodes.
Okay, yeah, I've got him sitting there. Sweet.
Yeah. I think they really nailed him.
I
Worth
don't
a,
think I've seen those.
worth a
Yeah.
read on a quiet day.
Yeah, no, I'll probably buy that.
Yeah, man, it is excellent. Just that art, and just the Bats bits, like, and you can see Bats is trying to do the right
Yeah.
thing, but unfortunately,
Like, yeah.
there is a greater good.
Batman knows
Yeah,
he
he's
shouldn't.
Yes.
He's torn.
He has to
Yeah,
stop.
like
stop him
Ra's
because,
is
like,
right.
Yes.
Got a lot of right to him. That's what
But-
makes him such an interesting Batman villain. He's not just a crazy
No,
guy.
100%. The only thing where Raz, and that's where he knew he had to do it because of that's the only way to get Batman was to do what he did with Damien.
Raz the hero we need. I did like the way just the last dude.
Oh,
on
the
list
line,
is
yes.
just a
Yes.
fucking
Yes.
get the lines to
Yes.
kill him.
Yes, that's so good. But I also thought towed the line well of not getting preachy into the
No.
politics and environmental side of things.
No,
Like, it was
but-
very just matter of fact.
Hopefully,
This was such a good page.
Oh, it was fantastic.
like we're supposed to do, is let the right people
Yes.
do the right job. Don't be greedy pricks.
Oh, that's never going to happen.
I know.
Never gonna.
We're inherently...
Yeah, I know. And then the other one, anyway, we're not going to...
Yes.
Serve
Yeah, yeah.
we're
You know,
going
like,
to die.
it was... I think you did a good job of not getting over preachy on it, because I don't want that.
Such a good
I
book.
know that these people in companies are scumbags. I just want to be entertained.
I can't, I can't get over how good
God,
this
Ivan
book
Reis his rules.
Yeah.
Yeah. That art
So
is
good.
phenomenal.
Fantastic.
Just so vibrant. Yeah, anyway.
Very good. All right, boys. Who read Plush number 5? Both of you?
Yeah.
Yep.
How was it?
Well, it's just the
It just
penultimate.
continuation.
Yeah,
The penultimate
it just continues
episode.
on being just fun and over the top. That you're used to with these two.
Yeah, and you're setting up for the big finale next issue. Bit of payback.
Yeah.
So, one
Yeah.
copper finally with a heart. For a reason. He knows if everyone else gets knocked out, he'll be sheriff and shit. Art's amazing. Fun storyline. If you have been listening to anything else, you know what's been going on with it. So jump on or grab the trade because it'll be out in a couple of months.
Yeah,
And then
don't
get
watch them, man.
and then get plastic, and then get
Plastic.
what's it
Vinyl.
called? Vinyl. Fucking vinyl is so damn good. Enjoy the soundtrack to vinyl too.
All right, next up. The fantastic Peter David, Joe Fixit. This is great.
This was great.
It's
Good
great.
was this?
It's the best one yet. Like,
Hulk.
the first two issues have been cool,
Yeah,
fun.
yeah. This was
This
This
is
is Hulk. This is Peter David Hulk.
Yeah, 100%.
Why have you created this? Why are you in a suit?
Yeah.
Why are you in a suit?
And the art, man, the art this time I thought was like the first time you see Hulk, he hulks out at the diner.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, like flashback to Green Hulk,
People
absorbent
absorbing
Pete.
man. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Creel walks in.
Yeah.
I'm like, God, this is cool.
And then that last page, the falling off the roof. Sort
Oh
of,
man, that's
like,
my favourite. It was a
man.
great page.
Giant suit. Yes.
Yes.
Just yeah. Peter David Hulk.
Yeah.
I can't
The
stop buying.
dude knows
It's
what he's
not-
doing.
Yeah,
I won't
yeah,
stop.
100%.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, best issue yet ever.
Yeah.
Like, I've enjoyed the last two, but this was damn good comic book. You know, like, in the flashback, Pete's like, oh, no, you can talk? He's like, I can always talk. You usually just say Hulk smash. He's like, because Hulk's enemies start shit. I just want to be left alone.
Yeah.
It's a spider friggin' flashlight.
Yes.
No, which is cool.
Hey.
I did love the mindscapes of the conversations.
That was fantastic.
I love Peter David doing that shit.
Man, the art's pretty cool.
It's really
Yeah.
cool.
It's really good.
The dodgiest art is the cover,
Yeah.
and it's still a good cover. But compared to what's inside,
It's just, it's cool. It's just comic book.
yeah,
Just comic book.
yeah,
Yeah, no, thoroughly enjoyed
which
it.
is a great.
Now you could probably
coincidence.
slot this in anywhere in Peter David's run.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. Well, I guess essentially in the Joe
Well,
Fixit years.
Yeah.
essentially.
But moving on. Next up, Batman Superman World's Finest, issue 13.
You read this?
I read this.
Oh,
Ah!
man.
So good.
Talk about art.
Dude, check
Feast
it
your eyes
out.
on this.
This issue,
Can we just all thank Nitin for telling us about
Yes.
this book?
yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Nathan.
You're welcome. I love Metamorpho.
This issue
Any
is all
story
about
at Metamorpho
Metamorpho.
in it, I'm down.
I don't even know who that is.
Well, it's a good issue because it tells you all about him.
Is there a Funko Pop there? Anyway.
Well, that's what I said to Dylan before.
Damn,
Man, Wade nails giving you the origin and backstory and who Metamorpho is without bogging down the story.
No.
Still gives you the issue, a lot of action and stuff. Like, and at the same time, if you know it, you don't feel like you're getting, okay, it's the retelling. Like, it was just good.
I miss Mark Waid and Marvel. He got wasted at the end there.
Yeah. Well, he'd been not at his best.
Oh,
like,
wow.
this is probably the third time he's had great career. Like, he goes through ups and downs. When he's good, he's better than anyone.
He just needs a break.
Yes. And I think switching
Time to-
back
yeah.
between Marvel and DC is the best thing for him, too. I do
Just
think.
needs to recharge.
Yeah.
Well, that's good then.
But Dan Moore's art, the like the Metamorpho sort of origin pages, some real horror sort of
Yeah.
pages. The Jimmy Olsen splash. Oh,
Oh, look at that bats.
Yeah.
Yeah, lots of cool Jimmy in this.
yes. Jimmy
It's great.
doing not just being,
He gets a byline.
Yeah.
photography,
Damn, that's good.
bumbling buddy,
Yeah.
going and doing an investigation himself.
That's a cool page.
That's
That's a
Such
great
cool
page.
Yeah.
page.
and it's just Jimmy Olsen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a really cool cliffhanger
Yep.
to leave it on to. Very, very old school vibe to it.
Damn good book.
I think it's probably the best superhero comic on the stands.
Yeah, for sure. Like
Because it's just pure superhero.
when Shazam got announced, I thought this book is. I just assumed this book is going to end,
Yes.
but apparently it's still in previews and stuff.
Kind of in the name, guys.
Yes.
It's the world's finest.
Yeah, and it is.
It goes with it.
But yeah, I cannot wait for that Shazam. Oh, man.
It's going to be great.
Anybody read Vanish?
Holy
Vanish?
shit!
What is
Absolutely.
going on here?
Yeah.
So he wakes up in a mental hospital.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look, Moon Knight vibes heavy.
Yes.
Well,
It's like everything that's happened in the last few issues. Maybe a dream.
Yeah.
Maybe his psychotic mind.
Yeah.
maybe not.
Maybe not.
The doctor's like, what's more believable? You went to a magic school and were the chosen one, or you've had a psychotic break?
Shit!
Yeah, you're like, oh
Shit!
no! Oh no!
Yeah. And the art, man. Stegman
Art is
is
great.
killing
Stegman.
it.
Yeah. Like, I thoroughly enjoyed this book, but this ramped it up hard.
5 issues in.
Yeah, just
Beautiful,
gone bang.
beautifully done,
Yep.
Donnie. And see story by both.
Yes, I think it
That
has,
been that from the get go?
I think so, yes.
Okay, cool. I love this book.
yeah, it's fantastic.
And a new
I-
villain at the end, maybe.
Yeah.
Interesting.
What, villain, you mean? Or the new, maybe, hero?
Yeah.
Maybe? I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because that, man, that spider shit coming out of his back.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah.
That's so damn cool. Remind me of like when it was like the Superior symbiote shit. That
Yes,
was with
yes.
the doc, like the symbiote doc arms. Yeah.
Because the psychiatrist at the Nut Hospital is the principal of his magic school.
Right,
Like it's his
yeah,
Dumbledore
okay.
and
Dude, this is like a million different things kind of just
Oh,
put in a blender, right?
yes.
Yeah. Donnie
yeah.
does. Keep it coming. It is so good. Trade coming soon, I imagine, since Image, 5-issue trade.
I think
It'd have to be 6 with the way
I
that
think,
finished.
Yeah, 'cause you
Yeah.
can't finish on that.
Yeah, that's
Maybe
right.
6. Nitin,
Yes.
you read Avengers Rage of Ultron Marvel Tales, which is a softcover sort of single-issue reprint of the old original graphic novel from probably about 10 years ago.
Do you think it was 2005? I think it had it. 2005, maybe?
Oh, well, 15 years ago. 17 years
15.
ago.
Something like that.
Dare you?
Long time ago.
Bastard.
Remender and
out.
Opener?
Yeah.
What's he doing these days?
This is a thick bugger.
Yeah, I picked this up and I didn't read it either. Because I always wanted the hardcover, but I always wanted the story, but I didn't want to buy the hardcover at the time. Can't remember if I bought the softcover.
Oh, Redeemer.
This was good. Really good.
Yeah?
I really liked it.
Yep.
It's a story of about fathers and sons, essentially.
Okay.
Giant Man and Ultron and Vision.
Sure.
And how...
Such a family.
Yes. And
Wow,
Ultron's like, my father hates me. And Ant-Man's Goliath, then he's like, you shouldn't exist.
Yeah.
I don't hate you.
You're an abomination.
Abomination. Even worse, disappointment.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not angry, I'm just disappointed.
Yeah. And you got Star Fox.
Always good.
Always good.
Wow, this art is awesome.
Yeah. I asked, you didn't answer me. Sabretooth as an Avenger, was that a thing?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't ever recall seeing that.
He might have been maybe in Remender's Uncanny. Because he did
when there was
Uncanny
Cap.
Avengers,
Yeah, Cap and Havoc and...
Yeah, Scarlet Witch and they're doing a new Uncanny Avengers coming soon too. I just seen announced the other day. I was like, ugh.
But I don't remember Sabretooth in that team, to be honest.
Because he did 2 runs
Okay.
of Marvel at the time when they were just relaunching at a drop of a hat. So I only read I think the first arc or so of the first run. So maybe it came later because it was garbage. Goddamn, Red Skull stealing Professor Xavier's brain so then he had telepathic powers. Like, nah, bro, I'm out. Done.
So
I'm pretty sure that's not how mutant works.
Did he steal his brain and put his brain into his head?
Yeah,
how
he
that-
sort of had a bit of a leaderish thing going on.
He
Two
just
brains.
Stuck
Yeah.
a straw
Man
in
with
it
two
and
brains.
just
Yeah,
suck
yeah.
from it to get the nutrients.
Yeah, no, it's like this is
Pretty bad.
garbage.
Wow.
And I had Cassidy on art, so that wasn't helping.
Yeah.
It's to get me read it at all.
This is pretty cool.
Yeah, so it starts off in the past, in the 70s, where they beat Ultron and sent him in an adamantium Quinjet into space.
Shit, do I have to buy this?
Yeah, the art's really...
It has
yeah.
awesome 70s beast banter with
Excellent.
Hawkeye. It is so damn good.
And
This
look,
old beast.
the beast looks great too.
And yeah, the ship lands on Titan and takes over Titan, Moon of Jupiter Titan
yep,
takes
yep,
over
yep.
where Star Fox
Yes.
Thanos
and his
is
dad
right.
lives. And then brings a goddamn entire moon Titan to Earth. It's like Ego, but it's Ultron.
Cool.
Yeah. And he's got spores that can just take over people, not just machines.
Interesting.
So you got Ultron people, or people who have been Ultronized,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, nice.
It's cool. And it's just a thing about fathers and son, how daddy doesn't love him.
Yep.
And stuff about Vision's am I a person, am I a robot? Typical Vision bullshit that's been around forever. Because Hank Pym makes a thing that can just shut down robots and androids and everything.
Cool.
Just shut it down. And Vision's you're killing him. No, I shut him down.
Same thing.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool. But he's but you're safe. I programmed you not to be in the little...
You're a good one.
Yeah, one of the good ones. You're my grandson.
Yeah. Okay, you.
But, spoilers, I don't know if it happened in here. Hank Pym and Ultron merge.
Yeah, okay, so it is continuity because that's where it does. I thought I was going to...
Oh, that's where it
I
happens?
was like, yeah.
Because I'm guessing that's why they've released this again.
Yeah.
Because, at the end of this, they're merged.
Yes,
They're one...
They've been,
yeah.
And it's rubbish.
Yeah.
I hate it.
So I was that's why I asked, is this canon? So I'm guessing this might be...
Because they were very loose. You know, the first one they did was the Mark Waid Spider-Man one with the fake sister.
Yeah.
And they were supposed to be out of continuity, and then a couple of years later, oh no, the sister's in the book now. And it was the Warren Ellis Avengers one that I think same thing. They later brought parts in. I mean, they only did the 3 or 4 of them. It just didn't work because of that. They got to be super in, or completely out.
Bring
Not look at it and go, oh, could be.
Bring back the Scientist Supreme.
Cool Nick Bradshaw cover.
Next up, Dylan, Superman issue 2.
Okay, so you know how I'm complaining in action about like a suitable threat
Yes.
for a
Yes.
whole bunch of Supermen. Funnily enough, like the bigger threat is in the solo Superman.
Yes,
book.
yes.
That makes complete sense.
Yes.
For everything you've been talking about this book for the last
Yeah.
couple of months, that makes complete
So
sense.
basically, Parasite has evolved, and he is spreading through the air, right? So
Right.
yeah, spoilers. At the end of the book, you see Superman use his X-ray vision and kind of look at Lois, and he sees little tiny microscopic parasites like riding around on the blood cells in her body. So yeah, he's taken over everybody that breathes in the air. And at the end, Superman, you look at Superman and he realizes, and he's turning purple and he's getting like glowy eyes and stuff. And yeah. So Parasite is like multiplying into little microscopic versions of himself
Nice.
and going into people and infecting them.
Nice.
It's crazy.
That's awesome.
It's so cool. We get a glimpse at a group of villains who are pulling the strings behind all this. What do they call themselves again? The I gotta look at it.
Like Collective of Mad Scientists or
Yeah,
something
something
like
like
that.
that.
First couple of pages.
The Secret Order of Mad Scientists.
It's great.
Yes.
I think I
I never
recognize-
agreed to that name. It's demeaning. Si, would you rather homicidal geniuses?
I recognize two of the characters at that table. I think they're from Task Force Z. I'm not too sure. I think that the others might be new.
Yeah, I think. First appearances
Yeah.
and stuff going on.
And one of them is called Dr. Farmer.
Yeah.
What are they
Yeah.
working on? They're working on a Bizarro.
Yeah, they're experimenting on Bizarro, doing something with Bizarro. We're not too sure what they're doing yet.
And like, there are things like the city was theirs before Luthor
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
And in the first issue, you hear Luthor saying, like, oh, the people doing this, they're not your enemies, they're my enemies.
Yeah.
So the whole issue, Luthor's like
they're gonna
talking.
team up.
Luthor's talking to Superman, like, hey,
Sure.
you're struggling with all this. You should just break me out of prison so I can help you.
Of course.
And then Superman goes to Mercy at his new company that he owns now,
Super cool.
begrudgingly. And Mercy's like, oh, he's telling you to break him out? You should just go break him out.
Yeah.
That's the,
Superman's like, no.
that's the easiest and most logical thing to do.
Yes.
But yeah, but even though I said to Dylan, I was like, is that part of his ploy? Because evil genius Lex should maybe be able to break himself. He's got
He's
got cameras, yeah. He
Of
wants
course
Superman
it
to be the
is.
one that breaks him out.
Yeah.
So he's
Yeah.
either got something on him or
Yeah. Cameras in his cell just don't
Yeah,
break.
yeah,
I feel like he's also eager to use Superman to take out people
Oh,
that
for
are
sure.
against him, right?
Yes.
This is an opportunity for him.
Yes.
Yeah, he's safe.
Yeah.
He's alibi.
Yeah.
But no, it's 2 issues in. Really liking this book a lot.
Yeah, and we've got a new character, Marilyn Moonlight, who shows up
Yeah.
for a little bit, and is just very intriguing, and then disappears.
Gone.
Yeah.
You're like, what was that?
Yeah. And she kind of helps Superman. So, very intriguing. Very intriguing. You do get the super family showing up for a couple pages.
Which I like too, that they're still going with it. They're all there.
Yeah.
They're not just ignoring that fact.
They built like a big ice wall around Metropolis to try and contain the parasites.
She looks so freaking cool.
It's a bit
Yeah.
tough when it's in the air.
Yeah, that's before they realised it was in
Get
here.
surgical masks.
There you go. That's how you beat parasites.
Yeah, 100%.
Next up, Punisher issue 10.
I heard some crazy shit happens in this.
Bro, like, this book, I've had such a love-hate the whole time. And there's some really amazing things in this. And then it's just all the flashbackiness of Frank being a terrible person before the family massacre. I don't like that. I really don't like that. And there's a lot of that.
Is this still Aaron? Isn't
What I
it?
did
that's a
like from the
shame.
flashback stuff is Maria's like, I don't know, she's into it.
Oh, yeah.
I did like that.
Oh, yeah, she got a hard on for it.
Yeah.
She sees him beat the shit out of the dude at the pub.
Yeah. And like,
Yeah, that's not a shock.
Frank wouldn't go see someone get executed,
Yes.
but he would 100% beat the shit out of that dude.
Yes. Yeah, he was sneaking off at nights to go watch executions at the prison. Because, he needs to see death.
Ah, come on.
I don't think it was death. I think
That
it
was before
I think it
the
was just
punishment.
punishment.
Yeah.
I think it was the punishment, not the death. It's like because it was like a pedophile or a rapist or some shit that got executed, and then he goes to the army pub, the veteran pub, and everyone's like silent when Frank walks in and he's having a drink, and some blowhard's talking about, like a mercenary basically. He's working for Roxxon, and I don't know what these people are complaining about. I was fun. I was enjoying it. Back. Frank
there can't be war crimes if they're that fun.
So
Bang!
Kicks the shit.
Yeah,
out
no
of
problems with that.
Yeah, nah.
But the other one,
Yeah, like Frank would. Yeah, it's like Frank wouldn't go there. He would 100% kick the shit out of this dude.
Yes. But not that far either. Like, they got 10 guys pulling him off him. Like, if they went there, he would have killed him. He wouldn't have killed a dude like that. Because he hasn't got enough. Because that dude could just be all talk.
Yeah.
Frank beat the shit out of him. But I don't know.
Yeah, like the whole point of Punisher is that this instance breaks him,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Yeah, that's the whole point.
No, but they've walked back on that.
I know. I hate it,
like,
but
sure,
Garth Ennis did
know.
that. He was born in Vietnam. That's Garth Ennis. You can blame Garth Ennis for that.
at least cause what I like about it, because I was bitching to Vagisil about this today. He's like, I just read Punisher. He's like, I really hate the flashback parts. Yes, because it's the system that made the Punisher. Both them teaching him how to be a killer machine, and then by not having a safe environment where his family could get killed and not taking out things. Like, it's America, and their systems have created. So it's starting in them. I didn't like that either. But you can't be having him killing people as a 10-year-old.
Yeah, see, I didn't
as a 15-year-old.
I didn't like any of
totally
that
agree,
in the
man.
flashback parts, like Vietnam. But I did like Punisher God just killing all these people.
Yeah.
That thing was cool. Taking down, like, you can see.
Oh, what they're doing?
Yeah.
Yes. Like, it starts off with friggin'...
Takes out a plane.
Yes.
Gore everywhere.
Walking on the water after he's
Sunk a
killed
sh-
a boat, a yacht.
of, like, traffickers or some shit.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, the
and
first
that's-
one is just Epstein, basically.
Yeah, pretty
He
much.
killed Epstein in a plane.
Yeah.
So then a nice surprise at the end. Interesting group of heroes coming to see Frank.
If the art was better, it would have been even
100% it would have been.
So what's the go like before that? There's like a graveyard.
Oh,
Yeah.
They're all the kids. Because
Because when they brought Maria back to life.
because
they
the kids were not old enough. is
Yeah,
the
I
idea,
remember
yes.
that bit.
So
So
they
tried-
tried multiple times.
Yeah.
I just got that too. Okay, cool.
Oh,
Shit.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that was one of the best bits when Frank finally had to kill the last lot himself. And she's like, look, because each time they tried, they're cutting a bit of the kid off.
Yeah.
So there's less material to work with. So it's never going to
Yeah,
happen.
it's a copy of a copy. Is
Yeah.
not. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good Rick and Morty for that.
But yeah, can you imagine being the wife? You walk into this field.
Of gravestones of your children's names repeated.
Yes.
That's his fault for doing that.
Yeah.
Just that one.
Yeah.
Not even one. Not even have any. I know you want to fucking bury your kids and stuff, but
Or
they're not really your kids.
you do it
at
like
this point.
Craven. You get one of them to go and kill the rest. God.
So good still. Alrighty, final book on the pile. Swamp Thing, Green Hell. How'd this go?
Wow, this art dropped dramatically.
Yeah, I think he was.
It wasn't even him almost.
The whip was clearly cracked.
Yeah, it's
Story was good.
Story was good. It was quite disappointing with the art, to be honest, from what we started with.
Because like issue 2 was not as good as issue 1.
No,
but
and
this
then if
is
you have a look,
a step down
the,
again.
the art at the start, it's him and someone else. So it's not even just him.
Ugh.
So it's just him doing some
So
shit.
yeah, it was like
So it's
DC
barely
were
his
like,
art.
we want this out. Hurry along, please.
What's the point when you've laid that
100%.
long? Like you might as well. I
Yeah,
thought that was what you were doing.
yeah,
Let it did work. Story was good.
yeah.
It's sort of the same as Ra's al Ghul, but
Not told
they
as
get
well.
stopped. This is more of like
This
is
no,
more-
it's more the elements though. This
yeah,
is,
it's more like nature.
Yeah.
fighting back against people and people like
yeah.
Yeah,
But it's also the green more taking over and not communicating with the other elements too. So it's more like one trying to take over.
No, but it was the green and the red and the black were working together.
Yeah, but you didn't have the blue on side, wasn't there?
There isn't no blue.
Oh, what's
It's only
the
red, green, and black.
Oh, okay, sorry, I misunderstood with the animals.
Nature, animals, and death.
What's the animals then?
Red.
Okay, so what about Animal Girl?
She was fighting the red. The Parliament of the Red. In the end, when she's fighting,
Yeah, at the end, so they weren't all together. Yeah, that's
they
right.
were together. When Swamp Thing first goes to them in the second issue, and they take his strip the power away, they were all there. he explains it in there that the parliaments were working together.
Okay.
You're Dave and Hard right now.
Oh, pretty
I know,
Yeah. Big time.
In
Cool.
the second issue, they explain that the parliaments have joined together because normally they're opposed to each other.
Right.
This time they join together to take down people once and for all because people are just fucking up the world.
But are we animals?
That's what I was trying to
Anyway.
get. I thought Animal Woman was she was the lord of the fucking. Yeah,
No,
I
we're our own little.
That's what I
We're
misunderstood.
not part of the parliaments.
Cool.
Yeah, it's a bit bullshit. It is. We're an animal.
We're part of it in like Lord of the Rings and shit. We got rings, so and everyone else. Yeah, we should be part of it.
Yeah. We're just the
I
best
got nothing.
animals.
I got absolutely nothing.
Dylan, read anything else?
I caught up on stuff from last week, including Nemesis.
Okay, Nemesis, done or not done?
Um,
I thought this was the issue that was going to break you.
it's cool.
It's so cool.
Yeah.
It's so fucking cool.
Because I feel like it's leaning more into, this is Batman, except he's insane.
Yes.
So, and that was kind of how we sold that first trade to people.
Yeah, all the time.
Because he's very much like a
Oh, he's calculating shit.
he's the Joker except with a Batman origin story.
Yes.
So and I'm still hoping that there's more to the flashbacks.
well,
and
like
stuff.
we were saying, like that might be misdirection.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
If there's
I'm hoping the
misdirection
same.
somewhere, I hope so. Otherwise, I think it's like just Mark Miller edgy enough for me to be like, dude, this
It's
is
too fun.
Especially the suicide.
yeah, man, that was crazy.
That was
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, it's too fun to hate on,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
You're like,
absolutely.
okay.
And the art's incredible.
Ah,
Yeah, so I read that.
See, that'd be half your argument. If it was shit art, you'd go,
yeah,
it's not enough.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
the art is so on point.
Power Rangers Ninja Turtles, read that last issue.
Powerbunga.
So cool. Yeah, Mighty Mutant Power Rangers.
ridiculous.
That was great.
So cool. What else was there? Hulk. Jesus.
Oh yeah,
It's a great issue.
It was
yeah, it was.
operating on his own brain.
Yeah, I'm sad that it's...
Yeah, right. It really hit me last issue. Going, does it have to end?
The ASMR people out there, enjoy. We'll get it clean.
Okay, I think that was it for me.
Then,
I read the second issue of Last Ronin 2. Turtles Last Ronin.
oh yeah.
That was good. Like,
Yeah,
it
much
was-
better than the first issue.
Yeah.
because it's more fresh stuff.
Yeah, more backstory about him in Japan and retraining himself again.
Yeah.
and talking with the brothers and stuff. That was cool.
The Ultimate Master or whatever he was called. I can't think. He was cool.
Yep, Master Yep.
Yeah.
What else I read? That's it, I guess. That's all I can remember.
Firstborns issue, I think 3. Fuck, where else start with this? The kids that tried to kill the kid at the start, they're going back to cover their tracks, get rid of the bike, and try and get rid of the body. And it's quite interesting because you got the one asshole kid. The book essentially opens with him sitting on his bed listening to Sepultura, and then you got the other kids, and one of them is upset, annoyed with him, then the other one just wants to get out of it. So you got the three tropes, and them all yelling at each other. But then in the last book, this kid that went missing, his 3 friends went inside that flaming thing, and their eyes are all flaming now. It was just the craziest bullshit out. So they're now after the other three boys that were trying to get rid of the body. I don't know what the hell's going on. This is similar to Heavy Metal Drummer and Purple Oblivion, so it's just a fun, crazy ride. You might get some answers out of it at the end, but if not, you've just enjoyed the ride. Speaking of enjoying the ride, door by door, night by night, Cullen Bunn has given me a sleeper this year. This is unreal. These guys that are selling photo compilations to help out the local fire department of your family, photo portraits. Everywhere they go now, they're finding demons and stuff, and they're like they're destroying poltergeists and whatever. So this time it's a wraith that was a young drifter coming through town that was skinned and killed, and it's been killing people over the last year on this certain road. And yeah, it was quite interesting because like they all band together to go and take down this thing, but one of them says, no, I'm not going to do it. and because he's got a hunch on what needs to go down, so he goes down and tracks down the local priest, and he's actually the one that takes it all down. So when they're fighting it, it kind of just stops, and he's like, I don't think that was us.
Ooh.
It's like someone else. I kind of feel someone else did. That's really cool. So yeah, that's been really, really good book. Something I really didn't expect to enjoy this year. What was the other one? Oh, I read at Blue Book. Bloody Blue Book. Yeah, that's continuous of Barney and Betty Hill. First alien abduction. It's getting deeper into the story. It's quite interesting. Now she's really hung on to it, and she's contacting different people and different universities and trying to go to the police and stuff, but not getting a lot of luck there. So that's continuing on well. But the backup story was really weird. It's the little green people of Britain.
Oh.
And they came from a different world where, like, the day was night and night was day, and they were green, and they came and lived with these people, and they needed to be baptized. And there was a young girl and a young boy, and the little boy didn't survive being baptized, and the little girl grew up and lost her green tinge, and like these forest people. I'm like, this is a weird ass story. And then there's got a bit in Britain where you can go and visit the area and all around it. I'm like, so these little crazy stories are good, interesting little backups. And then I also read the Brubaker, and Marcos Martin.
Oh, Marcus Martin.
Dude.
He's the best.
But there's nothing going on in this book. And it's fucking amazing. So it's called Friday. This is book 2. It was a digital comic that they did in a smaller print. And it's this... the original story is this young girl and her very, very smart, weird young friend. They were like detectives in the town, this small little town. They'd help out the sheriff. It'll be like cats going missing, someone doing arson in a shop. He'd go and figure it all out. And Lancelot Jones. And at the end of the last book, he had a couple of different things, and he got killed. It was by fire in their little hut that was in the woods. And she saw someone run off, and they're just claiming it was an accident. Now she's digging deeper into it, so because she's come home from college at Christmas. So all this craziness has happened. So she goes to visit the dad to say how sorry she was. Oh, he left you a present. Finds the present. It's his book, his detective book. So all the clues. So she's now following it. It is an excellent murder mystery, but is now starting to spiral a little bit into occult and almost a little bit of time travel shit too, which was really interesting. Like he's leaving clues for her, even though he's dead, because he knew if she was on the right track, she'd find this shit. Yeah, amazing. And the Marcos Martin art, it is just so plain and beautiful, but when the action's there, it's really there. I can't get enough of it. I don't think book 3 is out yet, but yeah, bring it on, because it's a great murder mystery it's not superhero, it's not anything crazy, but really, really fun. That was it.
I checked out Dead Romans, issue 1.
Oh, yes.
Dead Romans?
Yes.
Okay.
It was like Romans and barbarians. The art was a bit messy. Like, obviously, the messiness sort of fit, except I'm reading, and the writing probably didn't help either. Sometimes I'm like, wait, are these the barbarians or are these the Romans? And like, that should not be.
What, no different
question.
speak?
Yeah.
Not even different text? That's weird.
Yeah, like not a different font or
It's
something.
not a different font, exactly right.
It was like the story was okay, but like I'd have to be like, wait, and sort of think about it. I'm like, wait, no, clearly these are the other ones.
I actually give you a chance to do some cool different fonts for barbarians and for Romans.
And I feel like just in terms of weapons and armor and stuff.
Yeah, you couldn't tell because of that?
Yeah, I feel like
because like not in the like at their camps and their like the.
Is there any left?
No.
Okay, damn.
it's like before, like they're not in battle or
Yeah.
anything.
Obviously the battle stuff you can tell, but like at night, because it's all dark and the art's
It's
sort
a
of
bit
muddy
too dark,
and
the art, I
you're like, because I'm like, because they talk the same. I'm
That's
like,
bad.
are these barbarians or is these just the Romans further up the line, like not the centurions? They're like the guys they're pulling in from the local village.
Right.
And I'm like, I don't. Oh.
Yeah, okay, that's hard.
Okay. Yeah, and I was a bit... maybe I was just dumb. Potentially. Wouldn't be the first time.
All of these reviews go with that caveat.
Oh, yes.
To be honest, from everyone. Yeah,
I did read it at work too, so I don't know. And I also read Order and Outrage. Is that what it was called?
Yes.
Yes. That was very interesting.
Yes.
It's like you get some flashback stuff and then some current day sort of stuff, and like current day is like a very military sort of run society and order, obviously. And like the main chick, she wants to get moved up from her shitty job to go into the science department, I think it was. But like, oh no, you know, you're fine here. Yeah. But yeah, it was weird. And then flashback with the like alien-y sort of race of people, village sort of, you know, low tech, getting just annihilated. Yeah, it was interesting.
Because that's what it was essentially like future, where if you're not performing, but like if you're not working, you just essentially get sent to the, not necessary anymore.
Yeah,
and
how'd you go?
out to pasture. Yeah. And I kind of got maybe a bit of a Soylent Green.
Big time.
Kind of vibe from
So
it.
this is on Earth?
Yeah.
I wasn't sure.
Oh, I thought I took it as Earth from the preview, but,
Yeah.
But then
not
you
necessarily.
mentioned aliens.
Well, it's future, so
they're not humanoid like some of the ones that are getting wiped out in the village.
Probably been visited by that time.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
Got it.
Where the order people
well,
there, they're not all humanoid either, because the leader, not leader guy, but like her boss was a bit weird looking, I think. But yes, and there was a giant penis in it. That was a bit weird. You're like,
but like a human penis.
Yes.
Right, not like an actual giant penis.
Yeah, it's just
man-
They weren't worshipping.
Like,
They weren't worshipping penis.
Yeah. It was a man with a large penis.
Pop up.
You're like, oh, fair enough.
He's just sitting there like
I
this.
just wasn't expecting it. You know when you read, like, you know a book where you're going to get it? And this didn't seem like that at all. Not like,
you weren't expecting the
yeah, I was just, hello?
It wasn't Thursday.
Yes.
Now I'm picturing like
The
2000.
penis man might be a dog. Or is it dog? I'm pretty sure. Well, not an animal dog.
Now I'm picturing 2001: Space Odyssey with the big monolith
He just
and the apes fucking kicking the shit at each other.
Well, one of our regulars on the weekend came in and looked at it and was like, oh, what was that?
What's all that about?
Like, oh,
Dong.
make me feel inadequate.
my word.
Yes.
Okay, was that all
I don't
the
think you bought
comics?
it.
Well, I never.
I think so.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, we got a trailer this week for Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Once and Always.
I was not expecting this shit. Did you? Like, you're the Power Rangers fan.
I knew this was coming.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
How excited are you for it?
I'm kind of excited.
Okay,
Yeah.
because I expected something back when then I know that you already knew it was coming.
Yeah.
I had no idea. I'm like, holy shit!
Yeah,
I know
been-
that person.
They've been
I
behind
know
the scenes
that person.
kind of videos and been pictures. and
Right.
stuff.
Okay.
Um,
Keep it all yourself.
I'm pretty
yeah.
sure we've spoken about it on this
I
before.
reckon so. You were talking about Power Rangers. I probably was listening.
Yeah.
In hindsight, it's even more of a shame they didn't get Tommy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I
And
mean?
they did show a shot of a Green Ranger running.
He's not there. Like they've
just
done this
somebody-
before where
There's somebody in the suit.
it's someone in the suit. You know, same with Jason the Red Ranger. He's not in it either.
I thought,
And Kimberly.
yeah, it was
But
the other
we've got you know
cat.
Cat,
I thought that was who's the Red Ranger then?
Rocky.
Oh,
He was the replacement for Jason.
Yeah. Okay, I just figured it was just him, just fat.
Fair.
No, he's jacked, man. That guy's freaking massive.
The original
They
one.
don't have a different complexion.
Slightly.
Yeah. I thought so.
Time.
Second one had a bit more of a tan, right?
Yeah, you roundish.
I don't know. I mean, I haven't watched.
No,
it.
they're pretty similar.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah,
He was
okay.
in the movie, the Mighty Morphin movie with
no,
Ivan
no.
Ooze.
No, that wasn't. Wasn't that Jason?
No, that was Rocky.
Was it?
Oh.
Yes, I'm telling you.
Okay, bro.
Believe it.
I'm not. But Kimberly was still in. I thought Kimberly left first.
No, she left later.
Anyway.
So yeah, it was Red Ranger, Black Ranger, Yellow Ranger left first, and then Kimberly left later.
Guess you would have got more money.
But they're both in the movie.
They knew where the money, they knew what they had.
Billy and Zach are in the movie.
Zach is not in the movie. It's Adam.
That's right. I mean, I haven't seen this movie in ages.
He's a frog.
I watched this in the cinema.
Yeah, me too.
So, yeah,
It's terrible.
I did not exist yet, I think. Wait, was it 96?
I never saw it. I think the movie.
Yeah, you're not missing out much.
No, no.
like-
I'm not
It's
racing
Andrew
to
Grove,
see
like
it,
bullshit.
Yeah,
It's the
Sydney.
center point.
Yeah.
That's the monorail. That's center point.
Oh, I did see
Yeah.
that.
And they're like roller skating around.
Ah,
Don't lie to me.
So trash.
Started out with like skydiving or some shit.
Yeah, and it ended with like, was it like Van Halen at the end?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah. I think it was Dreams for the end credits.
Which is what everyone wishes they were doing while watching that film.
Yeah. So this is the first time Zach has come back. Walter Jones.
Such an old man name.
Walter Jones. Walter Emmanuel Jones.
Yeah, he fought in World War One.
Well, it's not like he was young. It's not.
He got 6 Krauts.
He'd be on the edge of Walters. You know what I mean? He'd be on the edge.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to this. Like it.
I'll watch it just because like they still got Rita, but they can't use real Rita, so they use someone with a mask. Like I got upgrades.
Oh, it's Mecha Rita.
Yeah.
Mecha
Robo
Rita. Mecha Rita. Did not say that too quickly.
And it's like they talk about people dying, which is
Because it just seems like Yellow Ranger just got pushed off a cliff.
I think that's kind of. They never really talk about people dying in the show because obviously this is a little bit older.
Yeah, it's not
audience.
aimed at
Netflix,
the general.
man.
The current gen, right?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
30th anniversary. People are watching it.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
They might watch it with their...
It's not for your current 8-year-olds.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to it.
Like, I'll watch it eventually at some point, not like
Probably.
day one.
Yeah, we're both gonna watch. Me and Steph are gonna watch it day one.
Cool.
It's like something like I'll watch it, but when I have to be in the mood for it.
Yeah.
Like on most things on Netflix.
Oh, that's why I would never watch it. Not even... I probably would never watch it, but it'd just sit there and you'd be like, yeah.
There's plenty,
Like everything.
Plenty of other things I could watch
Yes,
right now.
absolutely. If you don't
There's other things I can watch again.
care about
Nah, there's even good new things at the moment.
Yes,
Shrinking.
but then
What's
there's
Shrinking?
stuff I can watch again. Anyway,
Yes.
it. Yeah.
what's
Okay.
next?
Next is Shazam: Fury of the Gods. That
Yes.
came out last week. You
What'd you
saw
think?
it. I saw it. I loved it.
Yeah, so good.
It just made me sad. But, again, like all of the Greek mythology stuff. That's the
Yes.
stuff I wanted to see in a Wonder Woman
Yes.
movie. But she was just fighting dudes.
Minotaurs and Cyclopses.
Freaking There's a manticore. There's manticores in the movie, Nathan.
If my car didn't fuck up, I was gonna like watch it tomorrow morning before work. But now that's out of the question.
Fair enough.
There's a
The
couple.
bus.
That's not.
The problem?
That's not the problem.
Nah.
There's a.
I don't
There's a
have cards.
there were a couple D&D references in there too.
Nice.
That was cool. When Freddy meets the wizard for the first time, he's kind of like, yeah, what spells do you know? Where's your arcane focus? And the wizard's like, what are you talking
Yeah.
about? Gaseous form. We can use gaseous form to get out of this cell. That was awesome.
Because Freddy was the star of the movie.
Oh, what a
But him and the
beautiful
Wizard
nerd.
was some great stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Because, like, the Wizard, I'm like, is it thingy? Like,
Damien.
yeah. I
With
was
Jay.
like, is it a verse? And I was like, yeah, it's just the hair's even more
Yeah, yeah.
ridiculous or whatever.
Didn't he die in the first one? I thought
Yeah,
he
that was
died.
part of the plot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Spoilers.
It was good. The
I like him. How were Helen Mirren and Lucy Liu?
they're alright.
They're cool. They're cool. They were cool.
They're alright. Like,
Like,
they didn't get a lot of Lucy Liu a bit more. She's the bitch one or whatever. But they both seem to be having a good time.
Yeah.
And that's what you want out of this sort of thing, right? To embrace it and not think, it's just a paycheck or
Yeah.
whatever. Like, it's Helen Mirren, you're like, oh, I don't know.
she did Red.
Yeah.
She did both Reds.
Yeah, she did
Yeah.
Red 8 to 10 years ago.
Yeah, but
Like-
I don't think like she's not going to be in a harness doing freaking.
No,
no.
I know that, but you've got to make her look like a menacing villain for what they were putting her as.
Goddess sort of
Yeah,
thing.
but-
And if
Make
you
her-
have a look at a couple of the photos, there's like some stills don't do it justice. So hopefully,
Yeah, but if she's supposed to be a god, that's
Yeah, yeah.
different. You know? Gods don't have normal human.
Yeah, she's got magic powers.
Yeah,
100%. Yeah, she just looks quite frail.
she's a million years old.
That's
Yes.
what I mean.
Yeah.
The character. Yeah.
Yeah. But no, it was good. Mary Marvel's excellent. Excellent. I feel sorry for the old duck that didn't get a gig again. Right choice, but you know, because in the first movie, they all had different kids
when they Shazammed.
When they Shazam, they're all different.
Yeah, Mary's
right?
different.
But Mary this time is just Mary both times.
Yeah.
Well, because it was the stupidest decision the first time.
Yeah.
I got no arguments about it, but yeah.
Yeah, I feel a bit sorry for her.
But so all the others,
Everyone else is back. Just not the.
and they're all
old
grown
Mary.
up. They're all grown up a bit more.
Yeah, the kids are all. Oh, the superpower are the same.
Yeah.
Obviously, like, but the kids are all older, obviously.
Yeah.
And she's just her and her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it kind of like
Did they explain it?
Mary. Not really. Mary Marvel in the comics, she didn't really grow initially.
Because she was already. That's
Yeah.
why in the
Yeah.
first movie I thought it was a mistake. Because she's.
Yeah.
She's already an adult.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Or about to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because in the comics, she was like Supergirl. She's like
Yeah.
the young girl, kind of supporting character kind of thing. Same with Freddy,
Yes.
Captain Marvel Jr.
Yes.
Oh, and I thought it was awesome. Elvis at the end.
Yes.
Elvis
yes.
is playing over the credits. That was great.
Ah, fucking the whole running gag for the name.
Yeah.
Did you pop for that? I did not expect that.
Yeah.
Dude calls him Captain Marvel,
Nice.
and it's the dude from the fucking 70s Shazam show.
It's Billy.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
fucking even better.
Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah.
ah!
And he's wearing the shirt.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
the
bro.
red shirt with the yellow.
Bro.
He's just like a dude on the side of the
Yeah.
street. But you
Nice.
can tell because the shirt just pops so
Yeah.
much out, and it's Captain Marvel. I'm like, oh my! I did not expect that.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
That's good.
yeah.
Yeah. Finally got a good Captain Marvel on the fin of the screen.
But it was just fun. Action was like way ramped up compared to the first one.
Heaps of action.
Yeah, like pretty non-stop.
Over 2 hours. Like, is it pace? All right.
Yeah, I think it
Yeah.
moves along really
Yeah,
good.
nice. Right.
Because I don't even know if it'd be two. It probably might be under, but I don't know. It just went good. Because start like
Natives are restless.
Yep. People are yelling outside our door.
Yeah.
fucking minute.
Liverpool, Sydney.
Because there's action bits at multiple times. You know what I mean? Like it starts with them trying to save a bridge.
Oh man,
and
that
they-
was so good.
like the whole movie. Because none of them have names or whatever. Like the media calls them the Philadelphia Fiasco.
And Freddy's trying to get everyone to call him Captain Everypower,
Yes.
and he's calling Billy Captain Everypower Jr.
Yes.
Billy.
So good. But yeah, I like the museum scene's cool. When
That
they
was
introduced
awesome.
the villains.
That was,
Like,
really
that was
cool.
really good.
The main dude's all right. What's his name?
Zachary Levi.
Yeah, Zachary.
He's the same.
Yeah.
I think the kid playing Billy, I thought, tried to do a better job of being closer to Levi. In the first movie, that was one of the biggest problems. Like, you're like, eh.
Yeah, I feel
They
like they
were-
were different people.
Yeah. But this one, a bit closer.
Cool.
Yeah, because the kid in the first one, he was really broody
Mm.
and dark, and then Levi would come up, and then he's like,
Hey guys.
"I'm a child."
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
just
yeah.
go too hard on that.
Yeah, I think they fixed that a bit this time.
Yeah.
That's good.
But yeah, it's just great. Like,
Might see it this week.
everyone gets a good little spotlight. Like the other kids get
Yeah.
their little moments. Fucking, you know, like they're using the Rock as like their hangout.
That
Like,
was
there's
really
some
cool.
shit in there.
There's like arcade machine and like freaking, you know, string lights everywhere. and
yeah.
like a fridge,
Yeah.
a microwave, and they're doing frozen food in the microwave.
And then like Billy's holding like post game fucking reviews of the news, trying to get the team together.
It's okay, we did all right here. We could probably
Yeah.
improve. And then freaking Mary's reading a textbook on science, and freaking Freddy's on his phone.
Yeah.
But as their superhero versions, so they're like
Yeah.
grown people doing
Yeah.
doing this shit.
Yeah, it's just fun. Like, because I've had multiple people come in this week and like, oh, I heard Shazam's terrible. Because it's getting slammed.
It
in reviews.
is.
Oh, is it?
And I'm
Yeah.
like, it was excellent.
And the opening I heard was not that big either.
Nah, it's struggled.
Yeah.
Because, you know, like, D Ford was in the other day. Like, he asked. I was like, that was great. He messaged us that night. He's like, that was amazing. I was like, yeah. It's just fun.
But
just fun.
people just, you know, see the reviews and then they decide not to because of the reviews.
And I do think part of it is also the gun stuff and what's the point or whatever. But it's clearly set up to survive.
Yeah.
Like,
And we were talking to someone about this earlier in the week. Movies used to be just movies before too, right? They didn't have to set something up and lead into something else. You just watch a movie because it's a movie.
Yeah. It's either good or it's not.
Yeah.
But that's not a reason to watch it.
If it's good, you get a second one.
But yeah, there'll be no point.
Even so, there's so many good movies that could have had but you don't need it because it's just a good standalone movie. You don't need to bastardize and expand everything that doesn't need to be expanded. I would have loved to have seen Leon the Professional 2 and a continuation of Natalie Portman. But when you think about it, it's not needed.
No.
Because that movie is beautiful as it is.
Tells you everything you need.
Yes.
Could you do more? Yes.
Of course you could. Is it needed? No. That's half the shit on television these days. Could you do it? Yeah. Is it needed? No. Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Did you go too far, right? Like, speaking of Star Wars, somehow Palpatine returned. You get shit like that. You get contrived shit. That's
Well,
just...
like, it used to be the knock, like, for the horror movies and stuff,
too many,
sequels, it's just a cash cow. Yeah. But now, because it's not sequels, it's, canon.
Yeah, you've got to build a universe.
Get off your high horse. Just watch a movie, bro. Watch Shazam, it's excellent.
It is really good.
Mary Marvel. Jesus Christ, people. The other ones are
If you like fun, family movies, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Go for it. Okay. Alrighty, now, speaking of Star Wars, let's get into Mandalorian.
Man, I said it before. They can't write for shit. They just don't care about any details. They just, don't worry. I worry. Fucking, this time, there's goddamn Mandalorians are morons. They live in the most dangerous place ever.
Said it episode 1!
I know, but like, at least that sort of came out of, a surprise. They're like, this bird has been coming and eating kids all the time.
So they know about that.
You don't have a century.
Multiple children.
Yes.
He told me about this earlier in the week, and I was like, okay, cool. It's not like the Mandalorians are a warrior society. They're just... Most of them are bounty hunters.
Yes.
They fly too far away.
Yes.
None of them have spaceships.
What the fuck am I watching? I kept watching just so we could bitch.
Yes. Bo-Katan's the only one that's like, I got a plane.
Yeah.
No one's got a spaceship, right? Yeah, that's right. We established this last
And where did her spaceship come from? Because last week I was bitching that they just park on the front when no one else is. They weren't parked there, and then she gets a ship out of nowhere. Where's the shipyard?
Yeah. Great call.
Nothing. Everything in this is just don't worry about it. Shits me beyond. Alright, so then it gets worse. Bo-Katan follows him, comes back. Cool, we'll go. They fly back. We stop. We have to climb up the mountain. We'll friggin' stay here overnight. And then we'll climb the friggin' tower in the morning. They get to the top of the tower. The bird's not there. Okay. And they go, heat vision, this thing. And you're like, okay, there's baby birds. I'm not stupid. So they go, whatever. And then the mama bird comes out of nowhere. And the mama bird has the kid it took like a day ago still in its mouth. Why has it not fed its babies? Why is it still in its mouth? Where did it go? So,
No, sorry.
Why is the kid still alive?
Just wait. It had an adrenaline experience to voucher. So the kid wanted to go fly around.
So dumb.
Fucking hell, man.
Okay, so Bo-Katan follows the bird back to the nest.
Yes.
And it goes to the nest.
Yes.
And then Bo-Katan comes back.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then she goes for expedition party.
Yes.
Yeah, then he made known the voucher.
So we know that it got there first.
Yes.
But it didn't get there first
Yes.
because it's not there when they get there.
And like,
It just circled the block a bit.
when I'm ranting, I'm like, okay,
But there's nothing around.
maybe it just feeds the babies every morning. Okay. So, well,
Where's the baby?
why does he have to do a lap first with the kid in his mouth? It was just garbage. Garbage. And nobody seems to care. It's just fucking poor. Piss poor writing.
I loved when they're climbing the mountain. The father's got a big, heavy fucking gun strapped to his back.
Yes.
Like, you're not going to need it, bro. It's a aerospace
Almost
mission.
hand-to-hand combat.
Yes.
And then halfway up, they don't... There's no effort in their climbing.
No.
You know they're just standing on the ground. There's a fucking thing. There's like...
I see more effort in Batman 66 on the rope, bro.
Ooh.
There's just like... well, we got to go over there and then this.
Yeah.
The volume is ruining filmmaking, I swear.
It's just terrible. And like when the bird takes away the kid at first, and like they run out of fuel. Okay, I get they got small tanks. I can understand that. But like, it's, oh, you can't shoot because you might hit the kid. Understandable.
Yeah,
but then
like-
when you run out of gas, you're just like, well, he's dead anyway. So you might as well have tried to take a shot.
And they've done this multiple
Multiple
times.
Time.
It's just like,
You know
oh
You know how
no.
many helmets they've gone through?
Warrior clan.
Yes.
And they've said, if we shoot the bird will kill the kid. Not like we'll accidentally kill the kid. The bird will
Yeah,
kill
yeah.
the kid if we shoot at it, right? And at the end, when
So
they're
that's
flying
happened
around trying to
previously.
get the kid back from the bird, they're shooting it a lot.
Yes.
A lot.
The kid survives and they're cutting it and they trap its wing and then the giant crocodile turtle thing eats it when it falls in the water.
Yes.
And then like, alright, so they're gonna leave these babies to die. Okay, whatever. But no.
Oh no, they're foundlings. Fuck off.
They bring these in Bo-Katan's ship, which has no fucking room.
Right.
It's like a fucking carpet bag.
Giant bird.
They bring these fucking giant birds. They're bigger than fucking people.
Like double
In-
people. Their heads are double people.
Into Bo-Katan's ship
not double.
with the rest of everybody else.
Yes.
So everyone just
It's a 10-man party.
like tin cans in the thing.
Literally.
You don't see this, but it's like you
You know
I've
how
seen
big
big
a ship
ship
is.
Yes.
Look, they're tin canned already because of their outfits, but double tin can.
and so they're gonna train these birds to fly. I'm like,
It's
okay,
a-
that's cool.
it's a
That's
shit show.
Like that's a good idea. Because when they're chasing,
It's
I'm
an
like,
idea.
and when they were chasing it in the back thing, I'm like, all right, who's gonna fucking ride this thing? Is Mando
Yeah,
just gonna
yeah.
ride this thing? I'm like, okay, they're gonna
Train
do
the
that with
kids.
the train. These
You know what they
birds
should have
to
said
be
though?
flying.
There should have been 3 of the main stars, and they went, "I'm going to ride those birds."
Yeah.
A word for Boba Fett.
And
I mean,
the not chasing and just be like, oh no, we're out. Even just to, you don't go get the body, you don't go get the Beskar. Mm-hmm. You've got no Beskar, but you're just happy to leave this.
The kids get Beskar?
no, they don't have Beskar.
No, but I'm assuming they've taken other people. They've had They have helmets on.
None of them have Beskar. Only Mando's got Beskar.
Don't they all have like their little?
They've got
that's the
thing,
deal.
but it's not Beskar.
Yeah, it's like different material.
Well, how come bloody Thingy gets Beskar?
Who?
Yoda.
Grogu gets.
I don't know if it's Beskar. Oh, wait.
It is.
The whole thing
Because he
is
was paid off.
yeah, but like Mando, when he would bring stuff in the first season, it was to make Beskar not just for him,
No.
but
Yeah.
for foundlings and stuff. So they got Beskar. She gets a Beskar.
I thought so.
I think they've all got Beskar.
I don't know about the
But not
kids
like
having
full
it.
armor.
No, not full armor. So that's why I'm like, otherwise I'd be like, well, how are they dying? The Beskar, like this bird can pierce the
Because-
Beskar, but they don't go retrieve this.
Because Grogu's now like freaking Flavor Flav. So he's got
got
the
chainmail.
No, he already had the chainmail.
chainmail.
He's got the big.
Now you get a fucking.
That was
giant
real? I saw a
medallion.
picture of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's real.
I didn't think it was
Oh,
real.
the whole story that went along with that, bro.
He's gonna become. He's gonna become Mandalorian.
Yeah, he's a Mandalore.
Yeah.
There is going to be like a
I'm never going to watch it.
fucking Mr. Potato Head helmet for that Grogu thing.
Oh, for sure, at the end of the
Yeah.
whole deal.
I don't think it will have the fucking ear sticking out. It'll just probably fall down. But he's gonna be wearing a helmet. But that will probably.
I disagree.
He's going to have the ears for sure.
No, they can't do that. It's gonna be so
Because they'll sell more
stupid.
toys.
Jackpot.
Yeah.
Sell more toys, Nitten.
Have you not seen? Yeah.
Oh, it's the only
Star
thing I'm
Wars.
gonna complain about.
Yeah.
Well, there's plenty more.
Please.
I get it. Why? But Yoda wore pants. Put some pants on this kid instead of his giant friggin'
Sack.
sack.
I love a potato sack on a child. It's great. You can tell whether they got fleas or not.
I want to know, what's the go with the no talking? I understand they live to, say, like, Yoda's 900, he's only 50. So, like, you know, in comparison,
Yeah, they might.
But he's doing too much. He knows when he's in danger and he shuts the thing. He can fly the autopilot ship
He can
mode.
shoot.
He can shoot the kids.
He can get shot.
He knows everything's going on, but he can't talk.
Yeah.
It's fucking stupid.
It's not Maggie
He's
Simpson.
not a baby.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah.
He's, like, he's a child now.
But we don't know the
child.
No, but you can't, like, they go hand in hand.
You need
you
to
can't
start
be
with
doing anything and not talk.
At least have some
Yeah.
sort of It's
That's
season
all. That's all the
essentially.
Jedi training.
Ah, it's just.
He's already been through training.
Not full
Not
proper
Jedi, I
training.
know, but
He was barely youngling.
he's a child.
They did show a flashback of more of the attack on the Jedi
that
Temple
was
on Coruscant. That was cool. Jar Jar Binks was in it. That was
Yeah,
cool.
Jar Jar Binks is a Jedi.
The actor who played Jar Jar Binks, not
Yeah,
actual Senator Binks.
Yeah,
of
he's,
the
yeah, he's a Sith.
Actually, you know what I have found interesting? The Bo-Katan thing's a bit interesting.
Yes, I like the Bo-Katan
That
stuff.
she's seen the mythosaur, and so now she's like back to being a believer. Besides the fact that, okay, so after they, in her ship, they save that and then they fight that, she never took her helmet off once, when she's always taken her helmet off. Anyway, but fine. It's more shit to...
She's a convert.
Yeah, but like when she tells the armorer, "I seen one," and she's like, "Yeah, of course you did. It's what you want to see," sort of thing, right? Like I was like, "Oh, that's a very interesting thing." I thought that's probably the most interesting I've seen yet.
The Bo-Katan stuff is very interesting.
Yeah. Now that she doesn't have a whole house and island to herself, I find it more interesting.
But it's also leading up to her. She's gonna lead these Mandalorians to take.
Oh, for sure.
That's gonna be
King
her.
and Queen of Mandalore.
Yeah, that's.
Din Djarin and her.
I don't know about King bit, but
Yeah, they're gonna be fucking.
you reckon? How do fucking these Mandalorians fuck? They just get the helmet on when they fuck?
Nah, I reckon there'd be a rule for when it's fucking. You can take the helmet off.
I don't know. No one can see your face. I reckon they wear helmets.
There's an interesting.
There is. I want to see that. Helmets. Oh, it's back to back.
Is there a circumcision rule in Mandalore with helmets?
Not face to face. It's back to back.
You might be on something there. Look away.
Look away.
Back to back. I like the fruit bowl. Interesting.
Look away. Don't look at me. I got soft.
You have to keep your eyes closed the whole time. Or Mandalore will be mad.
Mind you, though, it is Disney Star Wars, so it could be the Armorer and Bo-Katan. So, which I'm also keen for.
Jason and I were talking about this earlier. Okay, so Grogu has Beskar chain mail,
Yes.
right? If you shoot a mail shirt made out of Beskar with a blaster, would it just be like getting a water spray gun and shooting like mesh with it? Wouldn't it just go through the little gaps?
That's a really good call.
Yeah, we had a very interesting discussion. About
Yeah.
that,
At least some of that laser is going through
Why does it stop?
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think it would be just sort of spread it out. So you'll probably get like a little static shock, not a full laser blast.
Yeah, it's because
Oh, so you're licking a battery, not putting your finger in a power point. Okay.
Yeah, because most of the bolt is impacting against the rings, right?
Yes.
And there's a little bit coming through.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
not as bad. Okay.
Yeah, but I don't. You tell me that gets you right in the heart. That's not.
Yeah, but it depends how much goes through it. If the chainmail takes most of it, you just get a little tiny pinprick.
Or like a little burn mark or something.
Yeah.
Okay. So question number two. Question number two.
I don't know.
What if someone has a lightsaber and then stabs it?
Yeah, would they explain what happens with Beskar and lightsaber?
They can stop because he had a spearman at Beskar.
Yeah.
And that's he fought Moff Gideon
Yeah,
with that,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
And Gideon had the dark saber.
Yeah, but is the darksaber a proper lightsaber?
I'm pretty sure.
It's the same thing. Same principles.
Well, it's
very
not the
sure.
same principle because it's got the dark, like
The heaviness.
the heaviness and the takes
So it's
the.
probably not a proper.
I think in the Clone Wars they've had lightsaber fights with it, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Didn't Ahsoka fight the person with the?
His
speed,
fucking
the
face
speed.
every time it's said.
Yeah, she did, right? She fought the person with the spear.
Yeah.
So we know it's lightsaber proof.
Yeah.
So nothing.
But it's
Or
got
just-
gaps in it.
I mean, like the chainmail.
Yeah, the chainmail.
Ah,
It's got gaps in it. So what happens there? It'd be like a cheese grater.
just
Or like a strainer, yeah.
Maybe easier just to cut his head off.
That's right.
you should just attack the parts that don't have Beskar.
Yeah, that would be
Yeah,
my
the big
go-to.
green
Yeah.
head. Because, we were talking if you had mail and the Beskar plates, wouldn't you be like invincible?
Yeah. Why don't they all have mail?
Unless you fell in the water,
Yeah. There you
like
go.
what happened.
But
to
it's
him
like
in the thing.
it's not. You just go for the gaps in the armor.
Yeah. But
Well,
if
this
you
shit
cover
believes
those
that.
gaps with the mail,
Yeah.
because he's gotten cut in the gaps and he's got shot in the gaps before. But if you cover that's
See,
the
but
whole
then
point of
it
mail.
might be
Shot in
very
the gaps. Let's go to
heavy. I don't know. Did they have they mentioned how heavy Beskar is? Is it like super heavy?
I don't think so. They haven't really.
Sounds
Because
it.
they move still.
Yeah.
And
And when
too much hindrance.
and when he uses the spear in combat, he has more trouble with the darksaber.
The plates
So-
seem heavyish when you see them getting carried and I don't know. No,
Not when they're wearing them though.
No, that's right.
Garbage.
Yeah, this is a weak episode.
Andor season 2. Bring it on,
Andor, please.
please.
Okay.
Andor what?
Just ignore it. Why?
I can't.
Why bait?
I fucking
You just
can't.
get the bait every single time.
It's a reflex at this point. It's like
You get
it's like when
It's
you
Carlito's way.
it's like when you have a dog and you crinkle
Thought he was
plastic or
out,
something,
and they drag him
they-
back in. Yeah, when you open cheese packets.
Yeah, it just
Fucking cheese packets,
Yeah.
man.
jokes.
You find that bait every single time.
It's not a choice I'm making. It just happens. It's a
pretty sure
reflex.
it's a choice.
Okay, fuck off. Villain flashback for this week for me.
Dr. Zaius. Yeah, man.
Ooh,
So,
Dr. Seuss.
I thought Dr. Zaius was
Dr.
a nice
Zaius, Dr.
person
Zaius.
for all this fucking time.
Excellent. Didn't think of that.
I always thought I love you,
Right?
Dr. Zayas.
Yeah.
No. Fucking orangutan pricks. Fucking rangers. See? Said it all along. Soulless
Scientist
pricks.
and head of the
Oh,
church.
it's so good,
That is
no,
the
no conflict,
best.
no conflict.
There's no conflict at all. Blah, 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 blah. It's just the... Yeah. I didn't even get the hierarchy with the orangutans and then the chimps and you got the gorillas and the guards.
Which is all manual labour stuff.
Fucking, it's just 1984.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's just Animal Farm.
It's fantastic.
It's it, Animal Farm. It's just Animal Farm. It's amazing.
Great movie.
So fucking good. Now we need to start with what we were talking about before. The movie opens where they're on a intergalactic space trip, smoking a cigar.
Yeah.
Just
That
puts it down on the instruments. No,
yes.
Actually, not going
And then later doesn't get put out, but just put in his pocket.
He didn't even put it out. He was still smoking
Safekeeping.
it. Just put it in his pocket for safekeeping.
See, but it did fuck up the instruments. That's why it crashed.
And then, of course, being Charlton Heston, guns.
I don't think it was even hardcore into it by then, right?
He wasn't, but it was there.
That was just a little tangent off the best part of the remake, where Charlton Heston's like, the gun is bad.
Yes.
That was the best part of the whole that shitty movie.
Yes.
That little 2 minute bit.
Yeah, I blocked that out.
Anyway,
You're talking about the Tim Burton one?
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck that.
yeah, this movie's
Well,
terrible.
that's what stopped
I'm
me
saying
from
that
watching
little
this.
bit
All
was
this
actually-
missing out on this awesomeness. Roddy McDowell. That was Roddy McDowell, man. Cornelius.
He's the one who's in like most of the sequels.
Yeah.
Oh, is he?
He's in 4 out of 5 movies, I think.
And how bad
And
do
the TV
they?
show, but just not as Cornelius.
How bad do they get? The movies.
I've never seen any of them.
Oh, okay.
I think there's I think out of the 5, I think the first one's untouched.
Of
right?
course.
I think out of the 4 sequels, I think I really like 2 and 2 and not so
Okay.
good.
Okay.
I've not seen any
Because
of
it
them.
I'm intrigued to try one of them.
essentially becomes like, I think it's the second one's not bad, and the third one's
That's
garbage,
kind of the
and
way I
then maybe
expected it
fourth
to
or
go, to be
whatever.
honest. I didn't expect number 4 to
The
be the
second one
fucking
is very
standout.
just like the same movie a bit and stuff
Okay.
or whatever. But the whole thing just becomes a time loop.
Yeah, I saw that
Because
one.
the third one, they go back into
Yeah.
time. Back in time.
Yeah, so maybe it's the third
Zero
one.
and
that's good or whatever.
Cornelius.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
and Caesar. And
yeah, they,
Mm.
yeah.
where it all
Yeah,
comes
Caesar
from.
comes from the like.
That's why Caesar's in the new ones.
He's the son of Cornelius. and
Yeah.
Caesar.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
But yeah,
And
it's
he
a-
starts the whole
Holy
thing. Yeah,
fuck. Because
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
seen like
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Franco
yeah.
one, but I haven't
Franco
seen any
one
more.
is
Yeah, I
nice.
love that
Yeah,
Franco one.
it's
Let's go. That was
fantastic.
excellent.
But I do recommend.
Yeah, okay, cool. But
And
yeah,
the Franco one, they've got like the ship that's going into space for a
Yeah.
mission. It's not called Icarus or whatever
No,
it's called.
no.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
pretty cool.
It's like on the newspaper or something,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Yeah,
like
nice.
newsfeeds on like just in the background.
And
That's one of the best
And I
remakes
think in that movie, Caesar's mum is called Bright Eyes.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
it is.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, they did lots
Wow.
of that.
Yeah,
They're both. If you're watching it, you know, oh yeah, they're
Yeah.
fine. Oh, bright eyes. You don't know,
Yeah.
but if you know, like you're like,
Yeah.
yeah.
And he couldn't play the piano before. That's another thing I figured out. Just the whole subtext around the human condition and
Yes.
what humans are and the way they treated.
Yep.
Oh my god,
Yeah,
so
like the class sort
fucking
of-
perfect.
Well, that last little verse at the end is like, "Beware the beast man." Like all of that.
Yeah,
is like,
yeah.
It's true then.
Yeah.
It's true now. It's going to be true in the future.
100%. Amazing. Just the social commentary on something just is still so prominent.
No,
today.
it's pure '70s social commentary.
Yeah.
They
But
love doing
it
that.
works,
in
but
70s.
it's still so poignant right now.
I was saying earlier, like I saw this ages ago. And I remember the beginning of this of the spaceship and them crashing, and I totally forgot all about them walking through the Grand Canyon until they.
Best bit.
And then
Chuck just being like, she dead, fuck her. What are you crying about? She dead.
Yeah. Everybody you knew is dead.
Dana and I just look at each other going, what the fuck?
Oh, he's laughing at the flag. Yeah.
Such an asshole of a person at the start. Because he doesn't, which is his whole arc of fuck people, we're terrible people,
Yeah.
where I want something better, to be like, oh no, oh man, like, it's so
But then
cool.
goes all the way back around at the end.
Yes,
Yeah.
100%.
With the
we've done it.
Statue of
Yep.
Liberty. Yeah, you
did it. Yep.
Spoilers.
So good. Have to give a shout out to the goddamn makeup and costume effects for
Holy.
1968. Incredible. Like, game changing.
100%. I can't get over how good.
movements
of the mouth. Their mouth moved like they
And the
people are talking.
expressive. Yeah.
Yeah, like humanoid apes.
Yep.
So, does anybody know if they were dubbed after, or if that was like?
I don't think so. I think there was probably
Yeah.
audio on set.
Because I was watching, like, it's so clear.
Yes.
But also, the lip sync was too good.
Yes.
Like, it was lined up perfectly.
That's a good call.
Especially with the time, right? Like
Yeah.
editing's not today where you could sync it all perfect.
No, I think it would have been like
Yeah,
on set.
that's crazy.
Because it was all on set, so there'd be like boom mics everywhere.
Yeah.
They have to, you know.
I thought for sure that would, kind of compromise the clarity of the
Have
speech a
to,
little
you
bit.
would think, right?
Yeah.
Because I think they just were still talking. They just had to move your mouth. And like not like obviously the heads are phenomenal, but like the hair and the arms and the hands are all great.
Just the outfits,
Yeah.
everything.
Not even that.
It's
The
just
color coded of the
yes,
classes.
yes.
The way they walk.
Yes.
They walked like upright.
Yes.
They walked like apes.
Nobody was doing that sort of stuff.
Nobody was
then,
just
right?
walking along. They were just like all bow-legged and gangly
Shit,
and
right.
moving around.
Yeah.
Like they were
need to
swinging,
watch that movie.
swinging while they're walking, basically.
Because she walks so weird.
Yes.
Zira, like,
yeah, 'cause
and she's very sort of like a nervous
Yeah.
sort of thing.
Yeah,
Which
like-
she is. She's a nervous scientist
Yeah.
chimp.
They're very chipmunk,
Yeah.
which is very, I don't know. I
And
guess
and the other thing
forward
is,
thinking
Oh, big time.
when they were making movement and stuff, making movement.
and it's also the way because aren't chimps the closest to us?
Yes.
Yes.
So it was like interesting that they're the care and they're the ones that are still trying to look after the humans and help the humans as opposed to the higher range of society.
Yes.
So good.
Nah, the movie's.
The movie's great. So good.
Well done, Jason. Well done.
Oh, no. Excellent pick. Excellent pick. So,
9.
Oh, I was thinking about it heavy last night because I watched it last night, and I'm like, I think I'm just gonna go 10.
10, man.
I just can't fault anything in it.
No.
I think if I'd seen it more times, I'd probably give it a 10.
Yeah.
But for the first time, I definitely will.
And it's like a
rewatch
movie
it.
I can watch, next week again.
No shit.
No.
But I'll watch it maybe 5 years down the
Yeah.
line. And it'll be
But every time,
yeah.
I'd say it'd be. I think it's probably in my top 10 favorite movies.
I'll definitely watch
Because
it
it's
again.
just-
very good.
Every level is just there.
Yeah, it really is. Even the acting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Charles
Yeah.
Dance was excellent in it.
Yeah.
Dana enjoyed it. She said, like the commentary of it, and she also said Heston was quite easy to look at, so that made it easy for her as well.
With the beard.
And-
Without the beard, he was not so much.
We had our eye candy as well, old
Nova.
Nova. Woo!
And even her acting though, right?
That was great.
Like mute acting is not easy to do.
I give this a 10.
Yeah.
Dylan don't give tens.
Yeah, I do
Yeah.
now.
No?
Love this movie.
Oh wow. I'm really glad. Kind of annoyed with myself that I hadn't seen it, and probably more annoyed with Tim Burton for making such a shit remake that just threw me for never watching it. But yeah,
It's Marky Mark, man. He's not a good actor at all.
Well, and
I was more the
whole movie was
Carter in
terrible.
it as well.
Where's Tim
And,
Burton?
And they just dumbed it down so
all
much.
the subtext is
and
not
the,
there.
the monkeys look shit.
I think the monkeys are good.
They were good.
No, I
That's
wasn't
the
a
best
fan.
bit.
I wasn't a fan.
Because Tim Roth, I think, is fantastic in it. As like the general. He's
yeah.
so good. He's
I
the best
remember
bit of the
him.
movie. But yeah, it's just popcorn
Yeah, it
action
is,
movie
yeah.
instead of
It shouldn't have
what
been.
it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, it should have been so much more.
Do you guys remember the ending for that?
Oh,
Yes, I was like, I'm still waiting for a sequel.
Or they're going past each other or something?
No,
Or-
no. He thinks he's gone back. Then he goes into the Lincoln
Yeah,
Memorial.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then he sees
Oh, it's a
Lincoln
monkey.
is a
Yeah.
monkey.
Yeah.
And then the
It's-
cops.
It's
are all
General
monkey cops.
Thaddeus.
Yes.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Oh.
It's Tim Roth.
Yeah.
Oh. I
Yeah.
remember that.
It's like you watching the movie the first time, it's like, yeah, this is pretty fucking average.
Yeah.
And then you're like,
Because they
I hope
tried,
number 2 comes though.
they tried to get that same like holy shit
Yes,
ending as
yes,
the
yeah.
original.
Yeah, instead of
So you
Statue
give
of
him
Liberty.
props for trying to do that.
Yeah. It's best bit. Because I think
The movie was ending.
a sequel would like that world I would have liked to see.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, exposed
so different.
to what we got.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Perfect movie.
Absolutely.
Because I find it so interesting that at the time, and still now, like some people you either really love it and see things, and some people are like, oh, it's just a stupid monkey movie, and they just don't get everything that's going on.
Yeah, okay.
But they're not even been trying to be subtle about it.
I know.
Yeah.
That's right, yeah.
It's pretty blatant, like what they.
Oh man, the humans when they're getting chased and
Oh.
stuff. I'm like, what the fuck am I watching here? This
Yeah.
is unreal. Just getting hunted. So cool.
Yeah.
Just-
The trial scene.
oh, and
The
Man.
trial scene.
Oh,
was
you couldn't
so-
talk?
You could talk.
Oh.
Read this for me because I can't fucking talk.
Yeah.
He's pricks.
And then the fucking lobotomized his mate.
Yes.
Because they knew.
Bloody baboon.
Fucking Simpsons lying to me about Dr. Zayas. Can't get over it.
You just got to pay attention. The monkeys say Dr. Sayers is cool.
Yeah.
He says at the end, I love you, Dr. Zayas.
Oh, he does?
Yeah.
I remember that part.
Yeah.
I love you, Dr. Zayas.
You know, one of the scenes I love the most is the airplane.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The flight's not possible.
And
And yeah, Cornelius is just like, what the fuck? But Zayas,
because he knows.
yeah, of course, he knows everything.
I know.
Yeah. That's the pigs in Animal Farm.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
I love it.
Yeah, I'm
so
not
glad I
watching
chose
tonight.
Dylan.
Yes!
What have we got, boy?
It's my round coming up. Okay, so we're going to go for medieval movies.
Oh, yeah, you told us that.
So that is going to include historical, fantasy, so you guys can go crazy. What is that? I don't like that.
Cool.
Okay, I'm going to start off with Outlaw King. It is a movie on Netflix right now starring Chris Pine. It is about Robert the Bruce. Ooh. So it's kind of... you could think of it as Braveheart 2. It kind of
Electric
takes...
Boogaloo?
Yeah. It kind of takes off after William Wallace has been executed, and it's about the Scottish War for Independence.
What was it called, sorry?
Outlaw King.
Outlaw King.
Yeah, in terms of costumes and just authenticity, it's one of the ones that's highest on out there. Couple actual medieval rituals that you see in the movie that are really, really weird, like of when Robert the Bruce is getting married. Yeah, it's just really weird things that were actually done in the time. Right. And Edward II. He's like. What was that?
Edward the Larry?
He's like swearing an oath or something, and he's holding like a goose.
Oh.
And that was something that was done.
A goose?
Yeah, it's a goose or some bird. I need to watch it again. And I guess, yeah, I'll mention it now. I mentioned it to Jason earlier. There's a scene with Edward I. And he's he's besieging a castle, and with this really big trebuchet, and we know it was called Warwolf, and it was one of the biggest trebuchets that we know to exist.
Great word.
And
Sounds like a chocolate egg.
when it was disassembled, it took like 30 wagons to transport it. So they transported it to this castle, started putting it together, and then a party comes out from the castle, and they're like, dude, we saw your trebuchet. That's it, we surrender. And Edward I is like, no, you get back in there, right? You get back in there because you surrender when, like, after you've faced my
I
wrath.
haven't lugged this thing around nothing.
He's gonna put the trebuchet together first and see it freaking throw a couple rocks.
Gotta use me toy.
I was hoping it was more like Springfield Cops and like, it's the wrong castle, man. You got the wrong place.
It takes like a couple months to put together or something. Wow. He's got to use it.
How do you live inside that car? Like, fuck.
They basically they force him back in there.
Yeah, we're dead.
That was hilarious.
Wow.
Okay.
About your
Edward
day.
the First.
So, is there kilts and blue face paint though?
Absolutely not.
Ah, Dylan.
So, yeah, is there any rules we need to follow, or is just medieval?
As long as it's medieval fantasy,
Cool.
or like a historical medieval movie.
Sold.
Yeah, I wanted it to be broad.
Oh yeah, it'll be broad.
I'm scared now.
Nice.
Broad is good.
Broad is good.
I'm scared. I'm very scared. Okay, I think that.
Holy Grail?
I do not know what you speak.
Yeah, I'm not scared then, if that's the case. Okay, I think that wraps us up for this week. Like, comment, subscribe, give us a review on Spotify. What was your favourite new release for this week? And I'm trying to think of what the poll is going to be right now.
There was heaps of answers for last week's poll. Answers of one.
Which monkey class do you want to be?
Oh, God. Okay. We'll see you guys next week.
Boy!